crafting a chat. Uh,
171.
yeah, 171. Okay, there you go. Pardon the voice. I apologize. I'm not going to be talking long, so I'm sorry that everybody has to hear this shit-ass voice of mine. We are here with the normal cast minus one because he's always late, so I'm sure he'll be here soon. We got Adam, Kevin, myself being Genesis. Gentlemen, I'm going to have Adam do most of the talking here, or at least one of you guys do most of the talking, whoever wants to. And yeah, I apologize again for the voice, and hopefully next week I'll be back with the proper hosting voice.
All right, Kevin, hear me out. We both don't talk and force him to talk. It'd be very funny.
No.
All right, well. Kevin, what'd you play last week? We're going to start as we always do. And we're going to start with you, Kevin, because we always start with you.
Pretty much, yeah. All right. So what did I play last week? I played some Torchlight 2, because that was on sale on PlayStation. Didn't even know it was on PlayStation. Only $4. Highly recommend. Torchlight 3, highly don't recommend. That game, I don't know if that game ever did well. Came out to mixed reviews, and Torchlight 2, I'm pretty sure it came out to overwhelmingly positive reviews. So, according to Steam anyway. So, played Remnant 2, the Awakened King DLC with Genesis. That was fun as shit. Uh-huh. Might be it. No, that can't be it. Oh no, I also played The Last Faith.
Oh.
I'm playing a lot of that actually. Good game. Real good. Destinor would love it.
It's too bad he's dead.
Yep.
All right, cool. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Genesis, do you want to say what you played?
Been doing a lot of Remnant 2 with Kevin. I don't think I played Final Fantasy. Again, I've been out of.
Ooh, I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
I've been dead for a couple days, so. I did just play Spider-Man. I was just swinging around there a little bit. And I think that was it. I did download Torchlight 2, like Kevin mentioned before.
You might have
we'll
played
probably
Final
end up getting that
Fantasy
set.
for like one day.
Did I play for maybe for one day?
I think one day, like one day.
Well, then yeah, I probably did. FF16 probably I played for one day. To be honest with you, my memory's so foggy of last week. I don't remember.
Yeah, and I can't remember if you played Remnant 2 before or after that. I don't know. I don't.
We definitely played after that because we were playing the DLC the other night.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you went MIA starting on Friday.
Yep. Yeah.
So there were a couple days where you were alive.
Right.
All right. Well, cool. Great. You're also playing the game of life. It sounds like. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Game of life is not in my favors right now. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, what are we calling him this week?
Cathodes.
Cathodes it is.
I like it.
Cathodes is expecting a child this week, so to give a life, you got to take a life. You know what I mean? You got to balance out the world.
I like that. I like that
So
scenario.
Genesis will die. Cathode's sperm will become anew.
Am I going to be reincarnated into a tall sun?
Ooh, bad news. Short woman.
Damn.
Hey, good news. Short, thick woman.
Okay, I'll take it.
Even better news, short, thick woman who's into your wife, and your wife is into her because she knows it you. So she's just got to wait 18 years. Anyways, what did I play? I played.
There's another thing I missed. Fuck.
Oh, Kevin, go ahead.
I do think I might.
Also,
I
I saw
about.
Kevin. I saw. I'll look at it later.
I watched the last episode of Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, you did.
Goosebumps season 1. So I do have a little bit of a topic today, I suppose. I'll talk about it more at length after everybody goes.
Okay. What did I play? I did also play a little bit of Spider-Man 2, swinging around like Genesis said here. Technically played Spider-Man 2 with my good buddy Genesis.
Such a swinger.
Hey, look at us go. I finally did 100% in Red Dead 2. And then I got all the survive 16 or 18 bear attacks. And or get attacked by a bear 18 times and survive and kill the bear. So I did that. My final time is 219 hours in that game. So if you're keeping track at home, it's about 40 hours it took for me to go from 94.3% to 100%. So yeah, it was a lot of work. It's one of those, if you know you're going for 100% from the beginning, if you follow like a couple, like not even follow a guide, if you like just pay attention to the challenges and stuff, you should be able to do it pretty easily, and you should be able to complete the game and that with like 170-ish hours, I would say 160, 170, somewhere around there. So yeah, recommend that. What else did I play? Gonna play something. I don't know what did I play? Kevin, what did I play?
I have no idea what you played.
I think that was it. That was literally it. Yeah, that was literally it. I watched The Killer, that new David Fincher movie. That Desunoda watched last week, and we would have had a thrilling conversation if he was on time. I'm sure. It was all right. It was interesting. Looks like Desunoda has informed us that he just remembered about the podcast, which is very funny. He's saying, I can hop on. Thank you for letting me know. So he should be here momentarily, I guess. Mm-hmm. Maybe he caught up on Goosebumps too. I don't know. What else? I watched something else. I don't know. It's probably not worth. Oh, I watched the final Insidious movie. So I've watched all the Insidious movies. The last few just weren't scary, but I still enjoyed them quite a bit. I just thought they were good. The fifth one is kind of low on the list, if I'm honest. So my final ranking is 21354. Or wait, no, 21453. I think. Yeah, 21453 is my final ranking. The third one's the worst one. So yeah, there's that. I think that's it. Oh, I finished Our Flag Means Death. That was a good show. Good, solid second season. Very funny. Yeah. And that's all I watched / played. Kevin, what did you think about what I watched and played?
It's pretty good.
You like that? Thank you.
I do.
Great. I'm glad you're a big fan of everything I watched / played. Kevin, I don't know if you want to jump into Goosebumps. Desunoda's hopping on, but you can jump into Goosebumps. I'm sure that won't take too long.
All right. So, I watched episode 10 of Goosebumps. We're going to do no spoilers in case Adam decides to finish it or if anybody else watches it.
I got to be honest, I'm not.
You're not going to finish it?
Nah.
You suck, because I was hoping, to get an input from somebody who doesn't know Goosebumps, but it's okay. Unless Desunoda was going to finish it.
I'll finish it.
Hey, how far are you?
I think
6, same place.
No.
Oh,
No. I'm pretty sure I had watched up to like what I thought was the end of the season, and then they still had two
Oh, are
more
you done?
episodes.
no, it doesn't seem like it. He said he thought it was the end, but they have 2 more episodes.
Yeah,
Wait.
it was like the end of the arc of the puppet.
Oh no. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh.
My
It was
guy.
pretty much right where he falls off the cliff into the bunch of
Oh, okay.
snow. And
Okay.
I thought, oh, this is the end of the season. Okay. And then I saw, oh no, there's actually two more episodes. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll finish it. All right. I'm really curious to see what you think when you finish it. So let's see. Coming from somebody who's read a chunk of these books, um, they're a pretty good show overall. Uh, I don't I don't particularly care for the ending, but it's not necessarily bad. I think it could have been better for sure if the last episode ended about halfway through. Um, the I don't know. It just we're treading into Stranger Things territories of people aren't really at risk. Um, and it kind of sucks, but we'll see where it goes from here. There's still a whole bunch of directions it can go in and still get real interesting. Um, I'm glad that it's not the end of the puppet. Found that out immediately upon reading episode nine's title. Um, because if they just ended it right there, I wouldn't have kept watching the show. Um, I'll be honest, because that thing needs to keep going for quite some time. Um, I thought I had an idea of where this was going to go when I looked at episode 10's title, and I was in the right ballpark, but it didn't ultimately end where I thought it was going to, or how it was going to really. Um, but it still brings a lot of interesting options for them, because they kind of like hint at they're just gonna start bringing more shit into the show from Goosebumps lore and its like, entire existence. Um, things that we should probably see in season two, should that actually become a thing. Um, given where we're going now, it'd be really weird to not do another episode with the Haunted Mask. Um, that got several books. Be shocked if they just abandoned that. Uh, Monster Blood could be a thing coming into play here. How I Got My Shrunken Head should definitely be coming into play soon. Um,
For the mask thing, didn't they dump it in the river?
did they? I think they might have.
But I think also
I thought it showed up again.
I I don't
No, that was
remember
the
it
camera,
showing up. But
right?
the guy
The mask went into the
Justin
river and
Long
the
is
guy took it out.
playing.
And Justin Long
Oh,
took
did
it
he?
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
but we didn't see it again. I'm pretty sure after that.
Not yet.
So he took it out,
Uh,
but yeah.
um, let's see. There's a lot of other paths this can take. We could get into some more monster books. Depending on what they want, like the season two bad guys to be. Um, I hope they introduce more and get more threats going, and hopefully they're actual threats. Cause oh my god, I can't stand it when people can't die in shows. It's real freaking annoying. Um,
Um,
really, it's Stranger Things that did this. Just, characters need to die in Stranger Things. It's so annoying watching like every main character just like somehow skirt by death when the threat continues to
well,
escalate every single season. and every
The
main
one
character
guy,
lives. What?
the one guy did. Spoiler alert. The one, um, the music guy, the rock guy, he
Yeah,
died.
it's they introduce
Yeah,
characters to kill off.
he
It's not the main
introduced. Yeah, they
characters.
introduced him to kill him. They did that
Oh,
with
that's
Billy.
okay.
They
Yeah,
did it
that's
with the
true.
music guy. They did it with I think another person too.
The boyfriend in
Yes.
season 3 or 2, I think.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
it's 2.
Billy, right? No,
Maybe?
that was another character. I don't know, whatever.
No.
But like, even
It was
freaking
Billy,
what's her name?
her brother, Max's
Okay.
brother.
Even what the hell's her name? Oh my god, who did you just say?
Max.
Max, thank you. Even she, like, she should be dead. Just fucking let her die. But nope, can't do that. Can't do it. So annoying. But it's okay. I'm still gonna watch season 5 and it's still gonna be great. You know. But anyway, I don't know. Goosebumps is pretty solid. Like I said, I'm really curious to see what somebody who like doesn't have any expectations for anything or where like, because I have an idea of like where the story could have gone had it ended the way I really wanted it to end in season 1, and it didn't end there and it ended in a different spot, and I was just sort of like, I mean, okay, but like I think you missed an opportunity here. So all in all, a pretty good show. I like it. I'd recommend it to people. And there you go. 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Somewhere in there.
Cool.
It's shocking how bad the first episode is compared to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I will say that the first episode is definitely the worst of the ones I watched. So I can't imagine that the show got worse from that episode.
You know, it only one character progressively gets worse, but like you can't really blame them. He's got reasons for what he's doing. He's just a dumb man. Desonoto gets it. Don't worry.
Just a dumb
He
man.
keeps going. It keeps going down, man. You're gonna be like, what the hell? What do you think of it so far? I'm curious now.
Well, I did watch this like probably a few weeks ago, but I thought it was pretty good. It's pretty good where it at least where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the whole them like the main characters pretty much convincing what's that kid's name? The one who got stuck in the house fire.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
They they were
Biddle.
convincing, yeah. They were convincing him
Kid's name is
that
Bill?
Biddle.
Oh,
Biddle.
Biddle.
That's his last name. I forget his first name.
Yeah, I was like, this kid's definitely not Bill.
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job with like tying up his whole storyline, I guess.
Harold. That's his name.
Thank you.
Yes. Harold. But it also did a good job of keeping me interested. I pretty much watched like 4 or 5 episodes, one after the other, because I was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Oh, this is pretty good. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it did definitely kept me hooked for the duration, and I still do gotta go back and watch those last 2 episodes, so see how those are, and probably by next week I'll watch those.
I think if the show was released all at once, I probably would have watched all of it.
That too, they're they're like slow release kind of slowed down the vibe.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it wasn't one that like kept my attention week to week,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
this does not. It's not a weekly show.
Yeah.
It's just like a Netflix show they drop all at once and you watch it all together and that's it.
I think some Netflix shows you could watch week to week. Like that one
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan show you two just watched. I bet you guys
Oh
would have
yeah.
returned to that week to week.
Oh
my
God.
God.
And probably would have been like ecstatic each week.
I don't know, man. If I watched like one episode of that shit, well, actually, would I return between?
Absolutely, you would.
Yeah, I guess I would. But man, that was just such a
Because you would
bingeable show.
just go back and then you guys would talk about it and guess like what's gonna happen next, and that's why HBO Max
That's
or
true.
Max
Okay.
they've kind of figured it out where some shows they release all at once and some shows they do like week to week.
Yeah, look
And
at us with Last of Us.
yeah, Last of Us, it was released week to week, and every time it was talked about, it got bigger and bigger. And then Our
Yeah.
Flag Means Death, people aren't going to come back for that, so they released it in 3 weeks, 9 episodes. like, like they know what they're doing.
Mhm.
And I wish more companies would do that.
Or like know what their content would I guess
Yeah, just kind of understand what kind of show it is.
yeah, and like what release schedule would fit that content.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, Kevin, anything else to say about Goosebumps?
Nope.
Or wait until Death Note finishes? Cool. Death Note, I want to get to you, but real quick, I watched The Killer. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was kind of boring.
Certain
And
parts were a little, yeah.
yeah, the fight scene though with the big dude, that was pretty good. Like I like how the camera was shaking and like just made you sick and like I don't know, it was cool.
Yeah.
Also my sister's dog is named Diva, so that guy calling out for Diva was very funny for myself. And then I really liked the bear joke about the hunter that the lady who looked like a Q-tip said to him. That was a funny joke. So, yeah. Anyways, what'd you play? What'd you watch? What'd you do?
Well,
Who'd you fuck? That's what Genesis would say if his voice
Whoa.
was working.
well, I just got back home around 8 o'clock tonight. I was in Long Island / Manhattan for the past like 5 days or so since like last Thursday. Because we had a big old convention at the Javits Center called Anime NYC.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Wish we were, because that shit is fucking nuts. But also, I don't know how they do it every year, but there are so many fucking stalls and booths and just people selling all this cool shit. It's so fun. It's so fun to go to and experience and see all the cosplayers and go to the panels. The panels were okay. They weren't anything crazy this year. The YouTube channel or the YouTubers are RDC World were actually there for a Q&A session, but for some reason their main guy that everybody knows wasn't there. The guy who yells a lot in the videos. That was kind of poop. But everybody else from their little group was there. I only watched, well, I guess me and my friends had stayed for most of the panel, but then they opened it up to like public, the audience questions, but It was like a free for all where everybody ran up to the microphone and lined up, and there was only like 20 minutes, so you'd get like, I don't know, 5 people's questions. So we just left after that. But yeah, the Fate panel, they had oh, so many artists go there and they sell their art, and some of them are just fucking nuts. So cool to see all the different art that people produce based on like anime and video games and all that kind of stuff. Even had like a whole section of just like arcade, like really like old style arcade games that you could play for free. They had computers set up for like for all kinds of games, like fighting arcade games. Um, those beat games like Beat Saber and or like the musical rhythm games and stuff. A lot of cool food stalls to try out. They had this freshly squeezed lemonade stand that I went to 2 times. This lemonade was immaculate, just freshly squeezed, perfect amount of sugar, cold, did wonders for me. I didn't get to. I was looking to cosplay Light Yagami from Death Note, but the costume didn't turn out too well, so I didn't end up wearing it. I was missing the proper color pants. But look, you know what? It's okay. I could just get like a proper costume going for next year, and then that'll be fun. So yeah, that was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Varying hours for each day, and yeah, it was real fun being back in Manhattan again. Love that place. So much to do there, so much to see, and like there's so many food options that are halal there. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, you could pretty much get whatever you want
Mhm.
versus like other places. But yeah, I met up with a bunch of my other friends from Long Island slash like Queens and all them places. That was most of like my week. What did I do before Thursday? I guess on Wednesday. I don't even know what I did Wednesday. I think Wednesday I was just like packing. I was busy packing stuff. Didn't do too much then. But on Sunday morning, so Saturday night to Sunday morning, there was the League of Legends World Championship Grand Finals, and my team was in it, and they fucking trashed the other team, clean 3-0, and now my favorite League of Legends player of all time, the greatest man to ever play this game, Faker, is a 4-time world championship winner. 4 world championship titles under this man's belt. No one has ever even come close. I think the closest is probably his jungler slash coach Bengi, who did leave T1 before the Worlds tournament happened. But he's probably the closest because I think he's a 3-time world championship like Faker. But now Faker's the only 4-time world championship winner. We had a little watch party with my friends that were staying in Long Island. So the only shitty thing was that the timing is so bad, so it started at like 4 a.m. instead of like the 3 a.m. that we thought it was going to be. So everybody was just basically sleeping and waking up throughout parts of the game. I tried to stay up for all 3 games, but we had woken up early that day, and spent the whole day outside, so everybody was just fucking tired.
Hi.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Or I would assume he's gone since that person went hi. So, Kevin, you got any comments about anything he said? Great.
Looks like it's just me and you, man.
Just like it's just me and you, the voice and the voice. Well,
Oh, I hate this. I really do. I despise this.
really? I've been doing it for 171 episodes. Why do you hate this?
No, not that.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, God. Oh, I better be
You
better
don't make
before
it.
next podcast. I need to be better before Friday, essentially, because Black Friday. But
Yeah,
anybody doing any good shopping for this Black Friday, or
don't
everybody get their stuff ready?
don't leave your home. I didn't get anything yet.
No.
No, I'm not getting anybody anything. Everyone's been bad.
He's dying.
Oh, I've been dying, Daddy. I've been dead.
Good.
The ads have been pretty shit this year. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the worst I've seen in like the last 5 Black Fridays. This year's been really shit.
Yeah.
Even the PS5 bundle, the best deal they got is they're just giving you either Modern Warfare 3 or Spider-Man 2. And one of those two games is way more overvalued than the other. It's ridiculous.
Everturned.
Okay,
All right.
welcome back. Continue.
Someone has to fold.
Yeah. Where was I?
You watch your thing, Faker, the best, still the best.
Oh yes, the best, still the
He
best,
knows
will
all the
always be
best
the
people.
best. Knows all the
No,
best
Kevin.
people.
No.
No one will ever come close to this man. He's a living legend. He is. Oh, there's not enough I could say. He's just too good. But yeah, clean 3-0 sweep. They won the tournament, so each player gets to pick a skin or a champion that Riot will then make a skin for, specifically for them, tailored to their likes. For winning the worlds and whatever prize pool there was. I don't remember what the final prize pool was after everything, but yeah, that was fun. It's fun to watch. Um, didn't really get any time to watch anything after that.
Ooh.
That was like the only other. What?
Car.
I think that's probably about it.
Alright.
Ooh, another card.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Anybody got any topics? Wow. That's about what I expected. Kevin,
Yo.
what are you thinking we should do?
I don't know, man.
What are you thinking? You had an idea earlier. What were you thinking?
I had an idea.
Yeah, let's start with this. 505 Games parent
news?
company Digital Bros cuts
Oh,
30% of global workforce.
What the?
So the
this new?
company. No, this was the most recent one.
So, oh my god.
So they're cutting 442 employees in offices in just a couple locations. Let me list them. Italy, the United States, the UK, France, Spain, Germany, Czech Republic, China, Japan, Australia, and Canada. Games published by these people: Control, Sniper Elite 3, Payday 2, Terraria, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and Virginia. They're currently working on with Rabbit and Bear Studios to release the eagerly anticipated Suikoden spiritual successor, Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. And then they in their statement they were like, pandemic economic conditions had a contributing factor and promised to be more conservative in its assessments of project moving forward. And I quote, they said, the video game market has evolved since the pandemic to be more selective in terms of new games, with consumers increasingly reverting to well-established intellectual properties and playing these same games for longer periods. Digital Bro's strategy has had to adapt to this new and evolving competitive scenario and will focus its effort moving forward on the release of sequels and new versions of previously successful and established games with a limited number of new larger budget productions. What is everybody feeling about all these fucking layoffs?
Such garbage. That's all false. That's so stupid.
Hey guys, also, Bungie reported some layoffs, around 100 staff. We talked a little bit about this. It's because the revenue was 45% below their 2023 projections. That's 8% of their studio. So, hey guys. Very sad. Also, nothing to do with Sony, apparently. They would have probably shuddered if Sony didn't buy them. So that really puts into perspective how they were doing. Also, the Returnal director left Housemarque after 14 years. Not a layoff, he just quit. And he said, during my 14 years at Housemarque, I've been incredibly fortunate to work on one dream project after another. It's been an honor to accompany Housemarque on this journey, witnessing our growth from smaller arcade-inspired titles to the magnificent heights we reach with Returnal.
Yeah.
But
Fantastic game.
yeah, so he quit. He left. Pete Hines retired. Everyone in games is leaving, either by choice or by force.
Well, Bungie, that's because they suck. But that's okay, When your fan base cries out and says like, "Hey, do this," and you're like, "Hey, no," eventually it's gonna catch up to you. And now Destiny 2's got the final shape delayed. So there you go.
Well, hear me out. You can't hear the fan base cry out if you get rid of the people who interact with the fans. So problem solved.
Fair point.
Problem solved, because that's exactly what they
actually
did.
Geniuses. Yep.
No, really though, what do people think about this? Because I mean,
It's getting
we
out of
all
hand.
know we all know the economy not great. Around the world, especially in America, it's But like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know.
These next, I don't know, I guess a couple of years are going to be definitely a rough time for anybody working in the video game industry. If layoffs had to continue, there's one company I'd want it to happen to, but otherwise,
Which it already has.
I need more. It's not enough. Regardless of the fact, though, like this is the first headline was for Embracer Group, correct, or Tencent?
505 Games.
Aren't they under Embracer?
They might be. I don't know, but
I thought I read
that was
this morning that Embracer was letting go of like 900 somewhat people as well, and they canceled 15 projects.
I think they were part of the Embracer thing.
Okay. Especially these bigger ones like Tencent and Embracer. It's not that people are flocking to more well-established titles, because I want to see like the sales numbers for this year's Call of Duty and see what kind of results we've gotten since all this negativity and negative press and all this stuff's been coming out of Call of Duty, especially since the buyout has happened of Microsoft with Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King. I wanna do take a look as well, like where the trends for gaming will go in 2024. Given we've had such a fantastic year this year with so many AAA titles coming out, in the high 80s, 90s, it's gonna be an interesting thing to see that because it's so odd seeing how many good games came out this year with immense sales and all that, and then we're still getting layoffs. And the economy sucks. Yeah, no, you're right. The economy sucks. But like all this success, and we're still getting hit with like a lot of layoffs. Essentially, it's a very confusing time we are in now.
It is. It really is.
Side thought.
Yeah.
Side thought. If gaming tech were to just slow down and not advance as rapidly, does it help?
Maybe.
That's a fair point because kind of like how I always do this comparison because what I do. But if you look at the smartphone tech, where we've reached a point of like, there's nothing new coming out with a new phone anymore. The
Unless it's
biggest
a camera.
Yeah, you're always just improving the camera at this point. The biggest tech that we've seen in the most recent years now is AI being implemented into a phone. That's it. Like, I think things need to be dragged out longer. Essentially, there needs to be a bigger gap of time between one hardware or technological jump to the next. Because the days of like every single technological jump or hardware jump being this insane thing is gone. So how do you continue to wow and captivate and sell to people that are like, oh, it's the same thing that I'm like. A lot of people look at PS4 and PS5 and they're like, it's not too different. There's not a huge difference. Yes, frame rate's there. Yeah, 4K's there. And we've only had a very few real like showcases of next gen. So I think to Kevin's point, you need to drag it out longer. Like a PS6 should be nowhere near even being talked about, but I think we're about what 4 years away from that.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. Yeah, I don't even know.
I mean, and I'll even take it a step further. Like, you got Unreal Engine 5. It's like almost every month there's a new subversion out with like some new crazy shit. And like, if you're developing something within Unreal Engine 5, I mean, I don't know how exactly this is all going to work, but like, you're developing something right now in Unreal Engine 5 and they keep pumping out these updates for it. You have to like keep shelling out money for these upgrades. You have to have people like retrain themselves. You got to start reprogramming parts of your game potentially. Like, enough. Let's just sit on something. Let's optimize things by letting them live. Like back in the old days when you went from freaking ET on Atari to like some of the bigger like adventure style games, and you had like old Commodore games and like early PC games that were like massive for the time frame because people figured out how to like make code efficient. I don't know.
In an update, 505 Games and Embracer Group are two separate layoffs.
Oh, good.
So 900 plus those 400. So don't worry, hey guys, don't worry. It's an interesting point like about technology and like I think the real issue is these companies 2 years ago were buying and gobbling up every company they could, and now they're laying off and getting rid of everything and blaming it on profits, the pandemic, and how people aren't buying their games. If you are a $1 billion company and you put out and you have 70 studios and one of your studios puts out one game that fails, the answer is not shutter the studio. The answer is rein in the studio. Like what I just don't understand. Like for Embracer Group specifically, Volition put out the bad Saints Row, the Saints Row that wasn't loved by a lot of people. It had a small group of people who liked it. I played it for a little bit and I did not care for it. But it had a small group that liked it, and it when it was first shown off, it was clear that it wasn't going to be a commercial hit. And I hate saying something like that, but it was clear to all of us that it didn't look great when it first appeared, and then it was like coming out in 2 months, and then it got delayed for like 8 months. But it's very strange to me that companies will put millions and millions of dollars behind something, and then when it's shown off to the internet, they'll be like, okay, let's delay it for a bit, and then when it reemerges, nothing is different. It's kind of happening with the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because they just started doing dev diaries, and the fan backlash to those is, hey, everything about this looks great except gameplay, and that was our issue 6 months ago. So it's like they're listening to people. You need to delay your game, but then they come back and go, hey, the gameplay is not different. It's still a third-person shooter for every character. Like, I'm not quite sure what companies are doing with feedback. I like Kevin with betas and stuff. There's a lot of companies that
Yeah.
listen to feedback, and they will change something completely. But for some reason, when it's a big company or a big publisher and they hear any feedback, they just go, okay, we'll delay it. And then it comes out 6 months later, and then it's still bad and people don't want it, and then they go, okay, well, it didn't sell up to our standards, so we're gonna lay off the whole team. And it's because of the pandemic and because sales didn't happen. And also, by the way, hey guys, we just had record profits. Big fan. Doing real well over here, but it's a real shame about the studio. Like I just it's annoying because if you're a huge company and you have the backing
Yeah.
of like deep ass pockets, there is no reason one game should be shuttering you. And if it is, you're not planning well.
You need
Like,
to coach. You need to coach your people. It's not about like they take accountability to like this next level of like if your game doesn't sell X amount of units to make us X amount of dollars, we're just gonna fire you. It can't be that. And that's what some of these companies are doing. They're not taking the time to curb and coach the talent that they have. Hey, okay, first game came out. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst. Let's see what we can learn and create. I think a good example of something like that is Remnant and Remnant 2. I mean, if you look at Remnant 1, that game wasn't, I don't think that game was good. Um, and then you look at Remnant 2, it's as if they fucking just did a complete 180 and was like, hey guys, we know how to make games now. I think they coached their people, they helped them out, and they made them see, like, okay, here are your opportunities, and here's what we need to do to fix your opportunities. Let's help you and push some more money into you to do that so that you can then make a gangbuster of a game. And I think I read somewhere Remnant 2 has done like almost 3 or 4 million now copies.
Wow.
I don't even think the first Remnant even got near that.
Oh my God, there's a Remnant 2 energy drink.
What about the first Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2?
Shut up.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
I would argue that the first Assassin's Creed was
It is solid foundation.
solid foundation,
Could be good.
but then the second one was like
Holy shit.
groundbreaking. Yeah.
Also, my favorite example for this, the first Uncharted I think is bad. But people thankfully saw that it was good. And it could be more. And then
Yeah.
Uncharted 2 came out, one of the greatest games ever created. And then one of the greatest franchises ever created. Like, every game coming out is not going to be a banger. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, that's not how it works. Every game coming out is not going to hit for people. It's not all going to be like these ridiculous ideas that, oh, people only play games that are based on IP, known IP. Really?
Completely
Elden
false.
Ring?
Oh,
Elden
false.
Ring?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
false.
it's
Yeah.
technically a Souls game.
Just Dark Souls, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different name. It's the
Exactly.
same
Doesn't
type
matter.
of game. It does matter.
Okay.
It does. I promise
I
you it
think-
matters.
I think I would agree with Adam here, Kevin. It doesn't. It's not a Souls. It's not a Dark Souls game. It's not a Demon Souls game. It is a
It-
genre. So like the Souls is a genre
is.
now.
There is
But-
no difference.
Okay, but Elden Ring itself is not a continuation of either of those IPs.
And
There
the
is no mechanical difference between Dark Souls and Elden
But
Ring. Guess
in,
where
the-
it'll go.
in the canon,
No,
in the actual,
You guys are arguing a point that I am not making. My point I'm making is I don't care if it's the same type of game. I'm saying the name alone. Elden Ring sold so much that common folk who've never heard of Dark Souls tried Elden Ring. That's the point I'm making. That it wasn't based on a name. Yeah, it was based on a studio that's having a great time, and yeah, you knew they touched a Dark Souls, but at the same time, like, it didn't create Elden Ring. Elden Ring sold more than any of the Dark Souls. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be an established IP. It's absolutely ridiculous to say that. Hades fucking crushed. Vampire Survivors fucking crushed. Like, what the hell are they talking about?
I think I do have to attribute some of it to how people react nowadays to how the games are. Like every fucking person out there is expecting every fucking game that comes out to be this fucking banger, and it can't be. They're putting these stupid expectations on, say, it's got to be a 10 or it's garbage. If it's not a 10, it's trash and I don't want it. That whole, like, but that's been around, I guess, for a while. I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating that.
No, it's been around for a while, and yeah, hell, we even go like, oh, that looks fun,
Yeah.
but I'll buy that at a
Yeah.
discount. Kevin and I want to play the RoboCop game, but we're not paying what the hell price that ever is. That $40? I'm not paying that.
No, it's like 60 or 70.
Yeah, I'll wait till that drops.
Yeah.
And for that game company, that's not really that's a huge problem for them. But if you're making a game, you have to know how much you should sell your game for.
Right.
Nobody out there making RoboCop was ever like, this is a full-priced $70 game. Nobody should have thought that. Like, it doesn't
See,
make
now-
any sense.
But see, here's the thing. Hades, you mentioned.
Hmm.
That passed 1 million copies 2 years ago. Elden Ring, 20 million. Dark Souls 3, 10 million. Dark Souls 2, almost 3 million. Like, it's just been growing. So yes, I completely agree. It needs to be an established name, or you're not selling tens of millions of copies. You're
I
just not.
disagree.
Okay.
Horizon sold 10 million copies. The first one. We don't know what Forbidden West sold, and nobody talks about it. Ghost of Tsushima sold a bunch of copies. The IP is technically a PlayStation Studios game, if you want to go with that. It doesn't have to be that, though. It doesn't have to be a name. It doesn't have to be anything. As long as it looks good and it's made by a quality studio, then you're going to be fine. But you don't get a quality studio until you start putting out games. And if you're putting out one game and going, nah, this isn't it, and then closing the studio or laying off half the studio until you basically get a brand new studio because 90% of the people are gone and you've replaced them, then you're just putting out shit games always. Like, I know what you're saying, like, it's Dark Souls apparent, but at the same time, it's not called Dark Souls.
I know. I don't know. Why do people buy
Look
Call
at
of Duty? It's Call of Duty. Why do people
yeah,
buy
but
Elden Ring? Bandai Namco. Why did people buy Armored Core 6? Bandai Namco. And
those are the
From Software.
publishers or the studios, not the IP itself.
Okay, and From Software. Oh, okay.
What about
So
Fall
what?
Guys or Among Us?
Fall Guys, I don't think did good in sales at all. Among Us, I mean, that's what, a $10 game? Oh, so even if you sell 2 million copies, Armored Core sells 500,000. Oh, look, that company made more money.
Yeah, but with the free to play games or the smaller games, it's not about how many units I think they sell. It's what kind of deals and sponsorships and things like that they can get. Like Fall Guys has like you can get Sonic costumes. I think they have the Power Rangers costumes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like they got deals with like everybody. Same thing with like
They
Fortnite.
started adding those after the game started getting successful. The game sold 11 million units as of December 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they. I mean, that's a lot.
It's a lot, but not every game is going to do that, obviously. But at the same time, you should know you should have an idea of what you think your game is going to sell for. For some reason, every studio wants their game to be an 11 million unit seller. It's just not going to happen.
How is Lies of P doing right now?
I know it broke 1 million, and they tweeted about that because it was beyond their sales expectations.
And Lies of P is not from Software, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're doing
And
they're
1
doing
million's
well.
not big.
Correct.
It
But
is
it's
for
their
that
first
studio.
game. Yeah, it's their first game.
Okay. How many people are part of that studio? Here, let me throw you a number here. The revenue per employee of Gunfire Games, $25,000. So you can't pay their salaries. There you go. That's the reality. Like, unless these companies have other revenue coming in from other sources, no, you need name recognition. So you need to nail it on game one.
Then you're building your company wrong.
Oh, okay.
You are. That's just
How
a
many
fact.
how many
You
employees
can't.
do they have?
Huh? They have 82.
So 82 of them, let's say, just to keep math simple, 82 of them get paid $25,000 each.
Mm-hmm. That's your yearly income. Well, that would be to break even. The amount of money that they made would pay $25,000 to all their employees.
And how long has Lies of P been out?
Oh, I don't know.
3 months
Not
at this
long.
point? 2 months?
2 months.
No,
A little over 2
less than
months?
that, no?
Came out in September, didn't it?
Yeah.
September?
I think
it was?
so.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was October or something. Okay,
No,
never mind. Yeah,
yeah,
no, you're
September.
right. 2 months. Almost exactly.
As time goes on, it's continuous revenue
But it
as long
doesn't
as
matter
people.
how. Okay, yes. But here's the thing: the game has been out for 2 months. It's made $1 million. Cool. How long was it in development? That's how many years you have to pay these people for.
That's your point.
Like, the problem is, games are taking longer and longer to make because there's more and more involved in them. There's so much, and everybody like is demanding of top-notch graphics, demanding of like these certain systems and all sorts of stuff. That's why everybody's just copying each other all the time, and nobody's stepping into Call of Duty space because of how much recognition that game already has. Who the hell is going to challenge that shit? Unless it's another big name company to throw some backing behind it, which is why X Defiant might actually make something out of it. But like, you've had Slipgate or whatever the hell it was called,
Splitgate.
Splitgate. That did nothing. Barely even touched Halo. You have Ultra Kill on Steam. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Never going to come close to being a top arena shooter like Quake or Quake Champions, Quake Live, whatever the hell the newest Quake thing is. I forget what it is. Um, it's just not going to happen. I don't know. I completely agree with whomever was like, oh, it's all about name recognition, because it kind of is. Like, that's where the big sales are, and you need to be able to pay all these employees. So either you have to crank shit out, have microtransactions, which are like automatic slaps against you when you're a brand new company, or make a live service game. Oh, people hate those too. So what?
Name recognition as in what?
As in the developer, as in the series, as in even the style of game. How many Souls-like games are people like just going out and trying because, hey, you know what? This could be another good one that I enjoy playing. That's why everybody makes them. What third-person action adventure doesn't play like a Dark Souls game? Even Remnant 2 does.
Spider-Man.
This is true. Spider-Man is the exception. Spider-Man continues to play like Spider-Man and does well. But that's Spider-Man.
That's an established IP.
And that's Batman, if you're going to bring up the Arkham games. Although I don't know if that's going to continue or not. I don't know what their plans are for that. They really should continue that. But
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Yeah.
Oh, that's the same people? Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
the same people.
That doesn't look that great.
I think it looks good.
This is why we have the discussions, though. This is how some of these topics will go. I think I agree with Kevin with what he's saying about name recognition, and you need to have that. I think that really applies to a lot of these newer upcoming studios or the smaller portions of the bigger companies who are like, hey, we want to do this, we want to make this. Oh, wait, we didn't make enough to be able to pay our employees, so I guess you don't want to back us anymore, so we're going to just get shuttered.
Or like, okay, Vampire Survivors, hit it big. Okay, cool. Now you got God of Weapons, you got Halls of Torment, 20 Minutes Till Dawn. They're all the same game. The Bloobs, the Blobs, the Goobies. That's it. And then there's a freaking crab game that I own. I forget what the hell that stupid thing is called.
So, what's throwing me off of this is I feel like 2 points are being made here because this person, the person that we're taking the quote from, it's a statement from Digital Bros, the owner of 505 Games, where they said the
Okay.
video game
Huh.
market has evolved since the pandemic to be more selective in terms of new games, with consumers increasingly reverting to well-established intellectual properties and playing these same games for longer periods. Is that the part you agree with?
Word for word, not necessarily. I think that they're slightly wrong because it's not like they're returning to the same games. Like, okay, I guess people return to things like Path of Exile and Diablo 4. Maybe they return to Elden Ring. I don't know. I guess there's a good amount of replayability there.
Because
But, like, I would just say it's the genres.
what you're arguing is studios and genres. I agree with that. I don't agree with the comment because a well-established IP, I don't think people come back to Call of Duty because it's called Call of Duty. I think most people come back to it because it's the best of the first-person shooter. I don't think people come back to, like, Elden Ring is a great example. It's not called a Dark Souls, so you can't count it in that. That's why I was talking about Elden Ring, because it's not the same intellectual property. It's the same genre, it's the same studio. It's not the same intellectual property because the intellectual property is Dark Souls.
See, I don't like the example because it's literally the same everything. But
It's not called
I
Dark Souls
guess
though.
knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because 10 million people are Dark Souls players, 20 million people are Elden Ring players. That's a big difference. That's double.
Okay, but Dark Souls 2 to 3 is 3 million to 10 million. So really, you just continued the trend.
What,
People told people.
Dark Souls 4 comes out, you think it's going to do Elden Ring numbers?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Okay.
I think Elden Ring 2 does Elden Ring numbers. Dark Souls 4 does not do
I
Elden Ring
think
numbers.
because Elden Ring exists, Dark Souls 4 does better numbers.
I agree with that. I still don't think it does Elden Ring numbers.
No, I think it beats Elden Ring numbers because Elden Ring
Ooh.
exists. Because now the people who have played Elden Ring are like, oh, hang on a minute. Maybe the next Dark Souls game, it really is a game for me. Why did people pick up Diablo 4 right off the bat? Because Diablo 3 was pretty freaking good.
Well,
So let's
that's
jump
the
in on Diablo
established
4.
IP. That's the established IP.
It's I don't know. I guess sure. I
Like,
would argue most gamers will tell you Elden Ring is a Dark Souls game.
but would they be talking about the actual game? I mean, I've met a lot of Dark Souls people, and a lot of them will be like, "Well, Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Elden Ring, they're all different in their own way because of blah 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 blah." Like,
I mean, if you want to get technical,
those people will get technical.
only some.
Oh, not the ones I've met.
Okay.
Desinoto,
Hmm.
you've played Elden Ring.
Hmm.
Is it a Dark Souls for you?
I think it has its own unique elements of the game to differentiate itself enough from a traditional Dark Souls game, such as the whole exploration thing with the open world. That's like one exploration in the entirely like connected open world as well. It's not like a segmented thing or disconnected
Yeah.
areas, or it's all just like one entire piece of land, I guess. And then certain combat mechanics are pretty different. Like, you have your magic and your weapons, but then there's also these things called ashes that kind of like spawn creatures to fight for you, on top of being able to also summon other players to help. Um, hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on this? On like the Elden Ring? Is it an established IP because it's Dark Souls or anything like that? Do you have any
Hmm.
ideas or opinions?
It's a difficult one because all FromSoft has made recently, other than Armored Core, has been the Souls games, right?
Yeah.
But also, if you compare Demon Souls and Dark Souls, those would technically count as two different properties. And if you like look into the deeper things between Demon Souls and Dark Souls, there are quite a few things they changed in Dark Souls that was in Demon Souls, which could be the case between Dark Souls and Elden Ring as well. So I would treat it as its own thing.
Okay. Cool.
I would treat it as its own thing from an established developer versus
Yeah.
an established IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have any thoughts on this? Or any more thoughts?
I've said my piece. If I could talk more, I would.
You've said your piece, but if you talk more, you would. Why would you? Okay. Anyways.
I have a lot more I want to talk about, and it's like I don't have.
It's an interesting topic, and I'm glad we all have like, I would say a lot of differing opinions and stuff. And I don't want to say anybody's wrong or anything. Like I'm glad like we're all thinking about it like in different ways and stuff. It is I am curious like the future of honestly whatever the hell From Software does. um, because yeah, Armored Core 6 probably sold as much as it did because of I don't know because of Armored Core or because of From Software at this point. Um, I don't know, but yeah, cool,
It
interesting,
seems like
interesting.
they might keep doing this trend of making new entries in their established genres, because they've only really done sequels for Dark Souls. I guess Armored Core as well.
Yeah,
But other
yeah.
than that, like, it's
No,
just been
no,
a
don't.
new.
No sequels. We're starting our record over. This is one. They just put a V in front of it.
No, and an I. It's 6.
No, that's the one.
Oh,
All
interesting.
V1.
Oh, learn something new every day.
Look. I kid. It's just that Armored Core 6 feels like a new starting point for the entirety of the series. So
That's
I'm just
probably
happy.
what they meant to do, right?
You know.
Make like a soft reboot of sorts.
Yeah.
Weird that they would call it
So,
6.
I mean, look what Capcom did with Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's
Biohazard
true.
is 7, even though it's the first one in their rebooted series. Right.
which is confusing because they're going backwards and remaking the old ones, and it's part of the rebooted
Listen.
series. You know, they're different,
No,
man. They're different.
nobody does it like Battlefield did. All right.
Battlefield, man. I haven't played the 2041 other ones. I'm not playing 2042. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Hey guys, we got Battlefield 4 here. Hey guys, next game, Battlefield 5. Hey guys, new game's coming out. It's called Battlefield 1. What?
But that was, hey, no, that one made sense because it was back in the past. So, and then they skipped a couple.
And then
Well,
they used
I
the
mean,
word.
Battlefield 4 was modern day. Battlefield
Yeah,
5
yeah.
was World War II.
Yeah. Well, that we don't. Well, they had a reboot. They rebooted. There was a soft reboot. It was actually a 6, but they hid the V. It was different from the Armored
Oh.
Core, where they showed the V. But yeah, it's isn't that funny how that worked out?
Oh my god.
Man, games are crazy. Anybody else got anything to talk about? Cool.
Gotta be something. What else we got? It's not just layoffs happening, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. No, there's been announcements and stuff. It's been pretty quiet on the Western Front.
We got
Oh.
Last of Us Part 2 coming in January.
Last of Us Part 2 already came out, sir. Why'd you use your voice? What's wrong with you? Oh, there was the remaster announcement for Last of Us Part 2 coming out in
Remastered.
January. I think that's what Jez is talking about.
The Lost Levels. That shit looks crazy.
You're getting Lost Levels? Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. Sorry, Kevin, you can chime in if anything sounds curious to you.
$10 upgrade
I'm good.
pass. Why?
A what?
Okay, hold on. I'll explain it. So, Last of Us Part 2 getting a PS5 version. And it costs $10 to upgrade it to the PS5. It comes with, honestly, a bunch of shit.
Okay.
Mhm.
It comes with a new mode. Hold on, I'm pulling up the fucking blog post for it because
They put
brain.
a trailer out too. I think
They did put a trailer out. Yeah.
That trailer looks sick.
He's pulling up the blog post.
I'm
Fill
pulling
time
up.
with a little song. He's pulling up
Yeah!
that blog post. We're gonna fill up time with a little song.
Guys, the blog post.
I'm running out of words.
The blog post. Don't. Hey, Kevin,
Okay,
I'm already
cool.
here. The blog post had too many words, so I just pulled up a tweet. So, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered coming to PS5 on January 19th. It's featuring a roguelike mode called No Return, 3 playable lost levels with developer commentary. You could play the guitar in it and stuff. It was fun. And people were like, you had to get to a certain section to play it. Now it's coming in free play. You can get new costumes that you can just put on whenever. It's basically it's like, hey, here's a couple things. It looks prettier. It runs better. It's on PS5. You get new trophies, DualSense shit, like $10. Yeah, new characters to play in the fucking the roguelike mode, like. I'm $10 is honestly, I'm glad it's $10 because
They could have done nothing.
yeah, they could have not done this, and instead they were like, "Hey, we're doing this. Pay us $10, and you get it upgraded." That's fine. I don't know why people are complaining about it. If they were like, "Hey, it's just prettier," and then they were like $10, I'd be like, "This is bullshit." No, give me something for it, and they did. They gave me so many things. As a Last of Us fan, I'm down. I'm down to go on this emotional journey again and cry
I just
in
wish
pain.
they did that for Part 1, and I would have been down both ways.
But Part 1 was a full-on remake.
But Remastered already existed. You could have just let us upgrade to the remake for $10 is my point.
You wanted them to remaster the remaster and call it Remaster?
No. you have to download a separate PS5 title anyway when you upgrade the PS4 disc. Am I wrong or right?
I believe you're correct.
So what the fuck difference would it have made if you owned Last of Us Remastered and paid $10 to get the upgraded Last of Us Part 1?
It was a separate game.
No. Again, you would have got it didn't add anything new except for it was a remake of the game.
Yeah, the systems were different. Like it's completely remade.
Which system was different?
The way the NPCs go around is different. They talked about it all in the one trailer. As someone who's played Last of Us Part 1, it does not play like the remake or the remaster, and it doesn't play like the PS3 version. It plays like a PS5 version, or well,
Yeah,
it
no, the
pay,
PS3 version is not the one I was referring to. The PS4 to upgrade to the PS5.
the
But okay, you're
PS4
saying it
version
plays.
is the PS3 version. It's just running on the PlayStation 4, and it's slightly prettier. The PlayStation 5 Last of Us Part 1 looks like the Last of Us Part 2. Well, actually, it looks better because it's on PS5, and it runs better, and it doesn't play better, obviously, because it's just not, you can't do that. But, like, it's clearly a different game. I understand why they didn't. I'm not against. If they put that out for $10, I'd be like, that's a fucking steal. Absolutely, I would get that. But they took their shot and they were like, we're fucking releasing this. And didn't it come out at 50?
No, it came out at 69.
Oh, it was 70? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I bought it.
How about the Firefly?
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, I see a difference. I don't know why I see a difference, but yeah, that I would imagine it's a completely different beast. Like going from a PS4 game built late gen PS4 to upgrade it on the PS5, I'm sure that's much easier than going from the PS3 version that was remastered for the PS4 that you have to then graphically input it to the PS5. Like, come on, that seems more work.
Seems like a lot more work.
Yeah. Also, business decisions probably came in on that, and they were like, "Hey, the show's releasing, we could resell this."
Yeah.
Would have been nice if it was like a half price or something. But if you wanted that, you could have just waited.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, right? Can
Yeah.
always just wait till it goes down. Everything eventually goes down, even Nintendo
Yeah, I
games.
have not bought it for that specific reason. Is that it's too expensive to buy for no fucking reason. Like the $10 I'll pay for Last of Us Part 2 because all the new shit they're putting in the game.
It's worth it. There's no multiplayer, so you don't have to get those shitty ass trophies. That's what people were really angry about for the PS5 remake of 1, that they took away the multiplayer.
Well, we still don't have a multiplayer for 2, so.
Well, it's fine. But yeah, $10, not a bad deal. You're getting a lot for it. I'm excited. I'm paying the $10 day one. January 19th can't come soon enough.
They have a special edition for this one too.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Oh man.
I looked at it. And so far I'm not getting it. We'll see what happens. But probably not. Probably not. I could though. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else have anything to say? Genesis, you gonna upgrade to the 2?
Oh.
Yeah.
You think $10 is okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Did you guys notice the cover arts are the remastered cover art is just like the part 1 cover art.
Ah,
I just saw that.
synergy. That's what
Yeah,
that's called.
they match.
Yeah,
What I was trying to say.
that's called synergy. Wow, look at that branding, Kevin. Branding. All right, Kevin, you got anything to talk about? Any news stories you found while we were talking about this, or anything that came to your little noggin?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about this for a sec. All right. What other shits we think we should or hold on. What other shits do you think
What
should
the
become
fuck?
movies or TV shows
Oh, like video
in the
games?
video game world? I'm gonna go first. I want an Armored Core movie now.
Nah.
Nobody asked you.
People in mechs. Yeah, go watch the first Pacific Rim. You'll be happy with that.
I want to
I think
watch
I will
that
be.
because if it's like a Gundam movie, I want to see it.
Just make Gundam.
No, Armored Core, me.
Just
Yeah, but established IP. Just go with
Gundam.
Gundam.
What?
Oh my god.
I would like to see a City Skylines movie because I'm so fucking curious how the fuck they would adapt that.
Just Gundam.
Like, what movie guy would
Put
be
a
like,
camera
City
outside.
Skylines is a big game. Let's make a movie out of it. And it's just a mayor or something.
Yeah.
I've always
What would-
wanted an Infamous, like
That'd be cool.
like TV miniseries. If I'm honest,
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
I would love
would
an
the-
Infamous miniseries.
What would the premise of a City Skylines movie be?
I don't know. That's why I said I would just like.
You just put a camera on the top of the Space Needle. You're good.
No, that's a great idea. I would just love some corporate movie guy who's like not attached to video games at all, just hearing like the names of games and going, "Yeah, City Skylines. That sounds like a movie." Starring The Rock or something. Like I just want to know how the fuck they would screw it up. You know what I mean? Like someone who's like never touched a game, but they heard it sold 15 million copies, and they're like 15 million tickets. this is how we make money. But yeah,
Commercial
Vin
Infamous.
Diesel is the main character, and he is the only human on planet Earth, and he uncovers a computer that he uses to create family, and that is his starting point of City Skylines.
That's Fast and Furious 19, is what you're describing.
Oh,
I like the idea though. Also, you kind of sound like Vin Diesel sometimes now, so good for you. Honestly,
Really?
the ones I want already being made. Ghost of Tsushima already being created.
Oh, it is? Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
with the director of John Wick, Chad Stahelski.
Oh, God.
And he's like, I want this to be authentic. I want Japanese actors. Like everything he said has sounded great.
I mean, okay, but he's got to do action better.
I'm sorry, Kevin. We're going to disagree on that, and that's a conversation for another day.
We've always been disagreeing on that, and it's not a conversation for another day. We've had that conversation already.
By a conversation for another day, I'm going to beat you with a stick.
Oh, thank God.
No, in a bad way.
Okay.
And then Fallout. I've always wanted to see a Fallout TV show, and they're making a Fallout TV show. Comes out next year. God of War, they're already making that. I would really like for it to start when he was younger, but for some reason they're like, we got to go older. So that's a little disappointing. Because I always thought that could be great. Horizon, they're trying to make that. Netflix has to deal with that. So, like, everyone I want is kind of already being created. I still would love a BioShock movie, but it's just not happening. They've been working on that one for like 15 years at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Gears of War. They've been working on. I would love a Halo TV show. No Halo TV show has been created. so far.
Um,
No Halo TV show has been created. There's a show that was loosely based on Halo that came out, where the person who made it was like, I don't really play Halo or like Halo, so I wanted to add something different. Oh, I would love an Uncharted movie. Love an Uncharted movie that was like an adaptation of Uncharted. Would love an adaptation of that. That would be great.
But there's already an Uncharted movie.
No. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. There's not. There's not. Also, though, Twisted Metal was great, and I do not play that game, and I do not care for that franchise, but now I care for that show, and I hope there's a season 2.
all right.
I want a Remnant movie.
A Remnant movie? I really thought you were going to say like a live-action Final Fantasy movie.
No, you can't do
Kingdom
that.
No,
Hearts.
they can't get that right. They can't even get CG Final Fantasy movies right.
I don't know. A lot of
No,
people like
Advent
that.
Children was
Yeah,
great.
that one. Yeah, a lot of people like that
that
one.
was good. Yeah, that was good.
No.
Advent
Bad
Children
movie.
was so good.
Bad
no.
movie. All it was pretty.
It was the resurrection of Sephiroth. How was it only just pretty?
Because the story
Have you seen
was
Sephiroth?
non-existent to terrible.
What? He came back through the sword.
Oh my god.
And the life essence.
One day I'm going to have to watch this movie to see if these Final Fantasy nerds, or Final Fantasy cucks, if you will, are telling the truth about how good it is.
Advent Children is a great Final Fantasy movie. That's probably one of the only good ones. Because I think the other one was,
Sounded like you were
God.
bored for a second. That was weird.
There was a live action one, and then there was another one after that, and I don't remember what the other one was.
Kevin, did you like any of the Final Fantasy movies that came out? Did you only see
No.
Advent Children?
I've seen Spirits Within. I've seen Advent Children.
Spirits Within was the one I was thinking about.
Fairly certain that was also CG, but
No, there
yeah,
was a
it
live
is.
action one that is just Final Fantasy.
I swear I saw another one too.
Oh, Kingsglaive. I'm so stupid. I forgot about that one.
Never even heard of it. God, what the hell? I swear I saw a third Final Fantasy movie. Hold on, I'm looking them all up now. I didn't see this anime. That looked like it maybe could have been something, but I don't
Brotherhood.
think people like that either. Huh?
Brotherhood.
No, Legend of the Crystals.
Oh, I don't know.
Crystals!
It's like older, if I remember right. Maybe I have only seen 2. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I mean, I've seen
Kind of
Kingsglaive.
like
I've seen bits and pieces of fucking live action. I've seen Brotherhood anime. I've seen Advent Children.
Oh yeah, Decimero. I have
not
seen those covers.
I have not seen Spirits
Yeah.
Within.
Final Fantasy is a sci-fi thing in that it's real confusing.
Yeah, we don't talk about the live action anymore.
All right, so no Final Fantasy adaptation. I thought of another one, Little Big Planet. I always thought that could be a huge franchise, but for some reason Sony was like, "Now it can't." Bye.
I don't want any live action adaptation or movie adaptation or TV show adaptation of any of my video games.
Doesn't have to be live action.
I don't want anything.
Why?
Because all they'll do is fuck it up and they'll make me miserable because they won't do it right.
Oh yeah, just like Last of Us and Twisted Metal.
Yeah, because I didn't see the fucking scene where he was killed motherfucker over there. No, it was a fucking side scene.
What?
I wanted more time for him to kill him.
Kill who?
You know exactly who.
Me.
Not you.
And Last of Us?
Yeah.
Time for him to kill him. The fuck does he kill?
Ooh, Joel? Joel killed everybody.
Yeah, but more time for... I don't know what you mean. I gotta be honest. I have no idea what you mean.
The doctor, Abby's father.
Don't... You'll get a
Abby's
flashback
dad.
to that. I promise. At the beginning of season 2, probably.
Fuck.
I like adaptations of things because it doesn't have to be 1-to-1. I'm weird
It
like
does.
that. It doesn't. It would be nice, but it doesn't. Like, my ideal favorite Batman movie would be Mask of the Phantasm, 30 minutes longer, live action, CGI. Like, it would just be a top tier movie. But it's not going to happen. No one's going to remake Mask of the Phantasm like that. They'll take elements from it, sure. But also, I love the Batman. I love Batman Begins. I love The Dark Knight. I think Dark Knight Rises is great. I love Batman 89. Like, I even like Batman Forever. Like, I like adaptations that people put their own spin on things. They changed things in The Last of Us. I didn't love everything they did. I loved a lot of what they did. Some things I liked more, some things I liked less. I think Henry and Sam's character in the show is better than Henry and Sam's characters in the game. Like, there is just certain points. I think Tess's death is better in the show than in the game. I don't like the weird kiss thing that happened, so that's weird. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But, like, I still think her sacrifice means more than her getting gunned down after shooting 2 people. Like it is in the game. Like, there are things in that I look back and go, wow, I love that. So now when I replayed The Last of Us Part 1, like I was when I was playing The Last of Us Part 1, I was thinking, like, oh shit, like, yeah, I think I like this more in the show. Or when I got to a certain point, I was like, oh, I like this way more than the show. Like, I like comparing and contrasting everything because everyone's opinion is different. I like differing opinions. I don't know. Kevin, you know what I mean?
What?
What do you mean, what?
I'm being honest, I have been listening for like
What
almost all of this.
Fuck!
What?
You topic? I was saying that I like when something is adapted because it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1. I like when they take chances or do something a little bit different.
Okay.
So that's why I like adaptations of things. Because a movie is not going to give me the same feeling as a 24-hour video game.
Yeah.
So it needs to do it a little bit quicker.
I don't know. Most of the time, with anything, what, let me start over. Most of the time,
Uh-huh.
when video games or anything like that becomes a movie, the places where people fuck up is because they're like, oh man, we got to capture this part of the game. We got to capture this part of the game. We got to capture this part of the game. And then they try to stitch it all together, and it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
And it's god awful. Why did it work for The Last of Us TV series? But
Because
like
it got
even
the essence of the characters.
the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Why was that such a good Dungeons and Dragons thing? Because they just fucking ran with it.
It also felt like you were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It really did.
Yeah.
And like the trailers, honestly, trailers kind of bad. And the only reason I say the trailers kind of bad is because the trailers really made it seem like they were going to push the comedy way too hard, and they don't.
I'm in the minority.
Very good.
I thought the trailers were very good. And I know most people think the trailers are bad. I'm like, man, this looks funny and entertaining. And honestly, it was. But I'm
It
not a
was.
D&D person, so I don't know.
But like, see, even that, it's not even like for the fans. It just succeeded, and the fans are like, wow, they actually did like a halfway decent job of like putting D&D into movie form. Because there was like crazy shit that was going on. There were antics that like, oh my god, there were certain things that happened, especially with the druid, where people were like, oh shit, I never thought to like do that while I was playing the game. Inspiration for like next session.
Yeah, I think that's especially true with Last of Us as well. Like, I knew that the show was successful when my dad and his girlfriend were watching it.
Hmm.
And they were like, this is fucking incredible. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes. I couldn't get them to sit down and play the game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a
But
lot of
like,
moments that in the
Mhm.
game, like, that Joel and Ellie have that are like small talking points. But at the same
Mhm.
time, you get the idea of that in the show because their characters are so well established. A game, a movie adaptation or TV show adaptation doesn't have to be a direct adaptation. It just has to have the identity of the game. It
Yeah.
has to have the characteristics. Joel from the show and Joel from the game, so similar. And
Right.
you can see him, like, I see Pedro in the game and in the show. Even though the show version is a much sadder, much darker, much older Joel
Hmm.
than in the original PS3 Last of Us. I mean, the updated one, Joel's old. They've corrected his age. It's not important. But, like, it's just like, you know what they're doing. If you told me, hey, watch The Last of Us, and I've never played the game, I would know what the game would be like. I know it would be this heavy, dark, depressing game. And I think the show is darker than the game because in the middle of the dark scenes, you're murking 40 dudes.
Hmm.
So, like, yeah, you definitely don't have to do everything, but people try to cram everything in. You cut things out. It's hard to cut shit out of things you love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still mad there wasn't an Ish episode.
But then like,
Would love an
yeah.
Ish episode of Last of Us, but they never gave it to us. But I get why.
Right. And then like, okay, look at like the other successful movies. Sonic. That doesn't follow the games a fucking like one bit. All right.
Not at all, yeah.
They just took the ideas, friggin' ran with them, and cast Jim Carrey. And you know what? It worked out.
Also, they corrected Sonic's
Those
look.
Yeah,
those
okay, that,
loosely
thank God.
follow the games. Like the next one that's gonna happen is following Sonic Adventure 2 Battle,
Oh, is it? Okay. I guess I
What?
and
haven't
then
really played that many
and then
Sonic games,
this
but
one was Sonic 3, and then the one before that was Sonic. They changed the area and the main objective that Sonic is doing, but the characters and the way that they're being introduced all loosely follow the games.
all right, all right.
It
Yeah,
has the main idea of the Chaos Emeralds and Supersonic, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Like,
correct.
it's all there.
Knuckles only showed up because of the Master Emerald, and that's how Sonic
Yeah,
essentially uncovered his supersonic
they,
power. And
they're
the
keeping.
first one is him uncovering the uh his realizing that his world is not where he is anymore, and he's in a different world now. And the next one is going to be them uncovering the ultimate life form, which is Shadow, and that's Sonic Adventure 2.
And the reason the Sonic movie I think works is because Sonic is such a good character in that movie. Like,
Mhm.
he's funny, he's not annoying, like, he's doing shit, he's kind of cool. Like,
Mhm.
he's a little weird, he's very weird because he's an outcast. He's like, they're adapting a character you love into a different medium and it works, and then they can bring over elements of the story. If it was nothing about the emerald, sure, people would be upset, but I think that movie works overall because that's Sonic. That is literally Sonic on the screen.
Mhm.
I think the Mario movie is all non-canonical. That's not adapting to anything of the games or anything like that, correct?
No idea, didn't see it.
Didn't see it. No,
Also,
and
there's
I didn't
800
do anything.
Marios. I guarantee they took some parts of some story from somewhere. Probably
I
got to
don't
save
think there's.
Peach.
Yeah, but I don't think we've ever seen a spot where Bowser sings about how he wants to fuck Peach.
Yeah, but he wants to fuck Peach. It's very clear in the Mario games. You don't just take a lady, you know. What are you gonna do with her? Also, Baby Bowser calls her mom at some point, so they know fucking's a thing.
Oh yeah, he called her mom in Sunshine. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
This is more than
Mommy,
that.
what? Bowser telling his son he fucked Peach and that's his mom. He's like, son,
Yeah.
somehow you came out of that. Down there,
When
she
that
is
never
wrecked.
Oh shit!
And she's like, oh!
Nope.
Hey, it's me, Peach.
Thank you.
Hey. Hey, fucking Mario, save me. I've been kidnapped again. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Mario movie was successful because it looked like a Mario game, and also it had a solid voice cast.
No. No.
Honestly, everybody except the Mario was solid.
No.
What do you mean?
No. I'll give it to who was it? Jordan or the other one? Key?
Yeah, Key. Keegan-Michael Key.
Key Peel? Or whatever.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key.
Okay.
As Toad.
Fantastic job as Toad. No freaking clue how the hell he did that. I've not watched the movie. I'm going based off the trailers. Luigi's voice? The little bit that I heard.
Charlie Day?
It's not Luigi.
Oh, you're wrong.
But,
He
like-
should have been Mario. I still maintain that.
Yeah. He would have done better. I have no idea who would do Luigi's voice. Don't get me wrong.
Mario!
Jack Black as Bowser could have been better. I think the script was just bad. Everything sounds wrong.
And you're
The
going just
English
by
is
the
bad.
trailer, and you think the script is bad.
Because it is. They're not even speaking proper English.
When?
Listen to Bowser's lines. They're so bad. They're missing words.
In the trailer?
Yes.
Like what?
Like anywhere. Hold on.
He's typing.
I'm typing. Oh, right. I don't have freaking sound on my computer. Oops.
Oh no!
Oh, rip Minecraft. Unless I can open YouTube at the same time, I forget.
I'll let you know.
PlayStation, you drunk? That's an M, not an L. Thank you.
So far, oh, you left.
Yeah.
I like how so far.
Oh no, never mind. Oh.
Very curious to see what words are missing.
Oh, this isn't the fucking trailer with Bowser in it, is it? This isn't the trailer with Bowser in it. This is.
Do 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 do.
We can keep talking about other stuff.
Do 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 do. Destino, you got anything you want adapted? Destinoti, you got anything you want to adapt? All right, rude. Genesis wants nothing adapted.
Leave my games alone. Stop adapting my games.
Okay. All right, very threatening coming from that voice.
If I see anything else for Assassin's Creed, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
That's a movie that I really thought when it was announced and all that. Oh man, that sucks. And then it just fucking it came out and it was Jeremy Irons looked like the Pope, and then they were like, "Hey guys, we're doing something different." And then it was fucking terrible. God, what a disappointment! What a disappointment. I would like them to do an Assassin's Creed that's good, because the short films that came with Assassin's Creed 2 and later, Genesis, I need you to go back into the recesses of your mind to talk about Assassin's Creed 2 short film.
I recall them. They were good.
Thank you.
Even the movies, but like Adam and Eve, they'll be good too.
Yeah, those were good too. I've never understood why they haven't made like a CGI Assassin's Creed movie. Because every time they put out a fucking trailer, it's a banger. Every single time. Kevin and I were just going through those like a month or two ago. Like, there's so many good ones, but for some reason they were like, let's make it live action and let's just fucking ruin things. Like, what?
I will say nothing further on that.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. Desinoto, are you dead or are you... You're muted, so I'm assuming you're dead. So, all right, well, I got no other.
So, missing words, probably not the right. Wrong inflections, 100%.
What did he say?
Because he says, I finally found it. Now who's going to stop me? In the weirdest way. There's no pause, really. And he holds out the wrong things when he finally gets this superstar in the trailer. And it just sounds stupid.
Okay, interesting. Now, I just want you to know that a lot of times for trailers, they take scenes out of context and put dialogue and cut it in using different takes, so it sounds a little bit better for the trailer. So I don't think we can say the script is bad as of yet.
Okay, fine.
I'm just saying. It's
alright, I won't see the movie, so.
Yeah, I'm aware. One day maybe I'll watch it. I don't know, probably not. But he does go, I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Yeah, no sense.
And then he screams, and then it transitioned to Mario being like, whoa, what is this place? Oh my god! It's fucking incredible!
You're giving Chris Pratt way too much credit.
It's fucking incredible here! Oh my god!
What, was this freaking voiced by Al Pacino?
I wish there was some sexy ladies here. Oh my god!
If he was voiced by Al Pacino, he would have been voiced more like a Mario rather than
fucking Al Pacino. No.
Oh my god, that'd be
you
amazing.
Now I want it. The Dark Knight voicing fucking Mario, and it would have been a better voice than Chris Pratt did.
Whoa, what is this place? No, I don't think that works.
You know who
Al Pacino, new dad.
You know what? You know who probably could have pulled it off? I got the idea. I got it, Adam. You put Ryan Gosling, Mario, and Russell Crowe as Luigi. And then you just have them go out and do
I think they should have done. I think they should have done. I don't know, this crazy idea that they could have done what Sony did with Ratchet and Clank, and since it's animated, just use the same voice actor.
Oh yeah, that'd been wild.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't.
Because didn't the same voice actor do the French dub?
I don't think so.
I could have swore.
If he did,
somebody wrote an article like that.
Interesting. He also he played the dad of the Mario Brothers in the movie.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, but also it's just like, why not? If you want a big cast, then I mean, Bowser really, you could upgrade him or something. Like, introduce a new villain, give it that a big star voice. Like, why do you need? I just don't understand why you would need a movie star to
Oh
play a
no, it wasn't the
voice.
actual. Sorry, it
When
wasn't the actual voice actor.
the French
Apparently,
version is better.
yeah, that dude just that. Wow.
It sounds
okay.
like Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was the actual guy.
No, it just sounds. It sounds like they cast somebody who weirdly sounded like the character he was supposed to play. Weird, very strange. Also, though, I don't think he did an Italian accent. That's fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Well,
Did he do an Italian accent and speak French?
I don't know. Did he?
I would assume that's possible since we do Italian accents and speak English. You know what I mean?
Say hello, my little friend.
Ah oui. All right, mon ami. I can't do an Italian accent while speaking French. It just comes out French sounding. So, I don't know. All right. Well,
I don't know.
any adaptations you wanted,
now?
Kevin?
Huh? I already said.
Any other
His name
ones?
was shot down.
Any good ones?
There it is. That's the real question. No.
All right, Desinoto is still muted, so I'm just going to assume he's sleeping or eating a bowl of grapes. Ass
Oh
first.
no.
What do you mean, oh no?
I forgot I was muted.
I said you were muted 4 times, sir. And
I didn't
also,
hear
if
it
you
the
were
first 3
speaking,
times.
it would have been very clear that we did not hear you. So, I don't think you were that concerned about being muted, all right? Let go of your dick. Stop masturbating to the sound of Kevin
Nope.
and I talking. And tell us what adaptations of games you want.
That was actually me.
Oh, dear Lord. You can't jerk off with that voice. Actually, cum might help your throat. Good luck.
Shoot it right in my throat.
Let's see here. Is it live action or just any adaptation?
I mean, it's Kevin's question, but I assume he meant any adaptation. Kevin, did you mean live action or any adaptation?
No, I don't care.
Kevin doesn't care, so he might not even listen. So say whatever you want.
Hmm. Resident Evil 4 live action.
Honestly, Resident Evil, because the other ones they made were not so much.
No, they lost that opportunity.
That's fair. Well, now they could do Resident Evil remake movies.
Oh.
They probably still will, starring the same people.
Kevin, that would be wild.
They'll just remake the movies.
The only reason those continued is because the star was married to the director, so they both kept signing on to it, and they were like, yeah, we can make these cheaper, and they would gross enough money.
Yep.
Yeah. I always go back and watch those now and then. Especially the first 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually the response. First 3.
After that, I mean, 4 and 5 aren't bad.
I was out after the first 6 minutes.
Of the first one?
Yeah.
Damn, Kevin.
Once it cut away from the freaking epic beginning. Oh my God. 11 out of 10 Resident Evil right there in the beginning of that movie, and then suddenly she's naked in a bathtub, and that was it. Checked out. Shit from there.
Honestly, that's when I checked in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. But
no, it wasn't. I never
terrible.
found her attractive.
I'm gonna check into your
terrible
mouth.
movies.
What the fuck? I'm surprised neither of you said Devil May Cry.
No.
No, don't, because you're gonna cast
be
Tom
too
Cruise as
goofy.
fucking Dante, and don't do that. I don't want it.
Tom Cruise is in his 60s. They wouldn't cast him as Dante.
Go. Okay, listen to me. Go look at Devil May Cry 4 Dante's face, and then go look at Tom Cruise's face and tell me if they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. I've seen Devil May Cry's Force face, and he looks very similar to Tom Cruise. But also, I don't know if you know this, Tom Cruise is in his 60s. He wouldn't be in
Okay.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, he lives forever. It's fine. It's all good.
He doesn't live forever.
Yeah, he does.
No, don't believe in Scientology on us.
I believe in what I
Wait.
want.
His
Oh.
Mac and stops are higher because he pays more, or whatever the fuck it's called.
He has not aged a day.
You have not seen him in his newest movies. In Dead
He can
Reckoning,
still
it looks
run
like his
16
face is
miles
gonna
an
fall
hour.
off. Like, it literally, in parts, it looks like he's an old man. And then when he starts to run, if you see him with his shirt off now, it looks so weird. It looks like a 60-year-old man's body. Don't get me wrong, he's in great shape for his age. But also, like, he is an old man, and it is very clear in the next 5 to 10 years, he will probably have gray hair.
No.
Yes. And honestly, he'll
No.
pull it off. It'll be like Collateral, where he has that white hair.
He'll
He
have
looks
no
6
gray
foot.
hair. He'll start to get younger, and he'll be able to run faster away from explosions.
I literally, he has slowed down, even though I still love the way that dude runs.
Yeah.
But no, he would not be Dante.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da,
Splinter Cell be cool. They've tried Hitman twice. I thought it was okay with the first one, and the second one was fucking trash. But like,
I need you
they still haven't nailed it.
to stop adapting video games to movies.
Oh, you just want TV shows? In some ways, I agree with that.
No, just leave my games alone.
Doesn't ruin your game, sir. All right. Anybody else got any adaptations they want to see, or? You know what? I'm gonna go the other way. Give me another Simpsons game. Also, I play a Danny Phantom video game. I feel like that'd be fun.
Didn't that already exist?
I like a good one though.
Oh, good luck.
It's never gonna happen. It's not high in my wants. But also the creator of it is now like a weird religious guy.
Yo, speaking of good luck, what about a Star Fox movie?
I think they've tried to make that before.
Oh, really? Sad.
I think that was like one of the things that they were like, we'll put that in development. Same as a Metroid Prime movie.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not a World Cup.
If they're just trying to find a woman who can get into a ball,
Oh.
they just can't do it probably.
I mean, they definitely could. Come on.
100%.
I've seen all the contortionists on frickin' AGT.
A lot of them are men.
Seen a lot of women contortionists on AGT.
The only one who's been even close to winning was a man.
Well, you don't have to win.
Only because I only know that because he was on The Flash, the TV show.
He
played
one
like
lady
a-
do well who was able to like shoot a bow with her feet.
She did well, but not well enough. She only got passed because people kept seeing her feet. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm not even kidding. But the one dude was on The Flash. He was really gross because they played
There's
like
a-
breaking bone sounds when he moved.
There's a website called Feet Finder. I'm pretty sure that girl's like all over that website. If that was the case.
If Feet Wiki, you mean?
No, Feet Finder.
What?
Oh, okay, sure. Feet Finder. Thank you. Oh man, I was driving to work today, and I was waiting at a red light, and on one of the poles, it said there was a sign with a QR code, and it said, "Want to see my big?" And it was an eggplant emoji, and then it said, "Follow
Oh.
me on OnlyFans."
Yeah, there's dudes making a bunch of OnlyFans now.
And I was like, "Damn!" So like when I scanned the QR code, I was like, "It's not even that big. What the fuck?"
Oh, you should make one, Adam. You'd make a shit
I
ton of
paid
money.
for a year, and this is what I get. I guess I'll keep the subscription. Fucking.
You should make one.
And then I looked, and I was like, "That looks like my bedroom. Oh my god, that's my penis." No wonder it's
Somebody
not as
else
big
is
as I
profiting
thought.
off my penis.
And then I got so excited because I got a notification that somebody paid me, but it was me who paid me.
Oh.
Only some of that story was true.
What about a GTA movie?
Yes, and I would like Bill Hader to direct it.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How are you gonna make a GTA movie?
What do you mean?
What's the
You
fucking
can make
premise?
You can make an anthology.
Yeah. Honestly, give me a TV show
Okay.
with seasons.
Hold on.
Different
We
characters
have-
each season.
Kid.
10 Fast and Furious movies, and you're going to ask how they make a Grand Theft Auto movie.
Yeah, because it would turn
All
into
right,
trash
cool.
real quick.
All right, let me tell you how to make the Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know what the premise of the movie. What are you gonna do? Go around
Have you
blowing
played a
up
Grand
cars in
Theft
the
Auto
city?
game?
No, you have like, your 3 or 4 different gangs, and you got somebody who's
Okay, hear me
trying
out.
to play all sides.
It starts with CJ, San Andreas, because that's the best one. And then Chris Pratt clearly plays CJ, makes sense. And he's walking down the alley, and he's like,
God.
"Here we go again." And then Samuel Jackson is Tenpenny, because he's gotta be. Ray Liotta appears as Tommy, even though he's fucking dead. Like they CGI animate him as Tommy. Like, what are you talking about? The GTA games are so story based, you could totally make a game out of them.
And then,
Or a movie.
what you do to spice it up, you'd have that same group of people. You do GTA, Mafia, GTA 2, Mafia 2. Just keep bouncing back and
honestly,
forth.
Mafia movies, they haven't made good ones since like the 90s.
Isn't that just the Godfather movies?
No, it's not just the Godfather movies. It's very similar, but it's not just the Godfather movies. It's just like the first Mafia is about a guy who comes home from the war and he rises up through the ranks. Oh shit, that's like the Mafia movie. Hold on, let me think of something else. Yeah, all the Mafia things are the same. But at the same time, they haven't made a good modern Mafia movie in a long time. So,
Also true.
and I love me a Mafia. They also haven't made a good modern Mafia game, you know what I mean?
Well, that's just business and gambling.
I know. That's what Mafia 3 was about.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, the main guy was trying to get out of the Mafia business, or the main antagonist was trying to get out of the Mafia business. So he did one last giant heist, betrayed the one dude Lincoln, killed his entire family. And the reason he's trying to get out of the business because he was trying to buy into a casino so he can go legit.
I take it back. I know what I want an adaptation of.
Oh! Oh no.
You mean an adaptation of Just Dance?
Now,
Don't defend this.
hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on. The Step Up movies were popular. And I've seen Honey. Honey was also a dance movie. It starred Jessica Alba. Or remember when I was younger, the third one came out, and this one girl in it was really hot, and then all of a sudden, I was watching the shitty Avatar Last Airbender movie, and then she showed up as the one girl who turns into the moon fish thing. And I was like, what the fuck? But if she was a child in that, I was like, what the fuck? It's weird. It's weird. Good times.
Oh.
I mean, no. Genesis, no. Yeah,
Why must you crush every dream that I have?
I don't know. Think of a story-based thing.
They're gonna mess it up. I don't want it.
No.
I mean, I still want a Half-Life movie, but that's never going to happen.
Horizon. That's the one I'm waiting for. But it's already happening. Netflix TV show. Cast some little redhead girl. Maybe Max from Stranger Things. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Or Sadie Sink. Or some other girl and dye her hair red. I don't care. Just find somebody who matches it. What's wrong with Max from Stranger Things?
Nothing.
Why'd you say, oh God? She a bad actress?
No, I don't think so. I don't know about that role. Granted, I've only seen her in one thing, so I guess I can't really judge that, huh?
Wouldn't it be funny if she like had the bow and it was like, if I only could take a deal with God, get us to find a place. Great song.
I don't know, man. Let's just go old school. Let's freaking make a Gauntlet movie.
I once saw a fake Tetris trailer on YouTube, like 10 years
Tetris
ago.
Movie.
What?
There's a Tetris movie.
No, not the one based on like how Tetris was created.
Oh, okay.
I once saw a fake Tetris trailer where it was this guy's brother died and he had to guide the pieces down. Like they were spaceships. And he was like in them, guiding them down. I don't know. It was fucking weird, but it looked so legit back in the day. And I think it was like a short film somebody made. And I remember it just being very funny.
Adam, you know what we both need?
Stray.
This is not video game related at all. But you know what we both need right now?
What?
Attack the Block 2. When's that coming out?
I don't know, Kevin. I think the pandemic really fucked that one over. I'm going to look it up. Every so often you remind me of this movie, and I'm going to look it up. Still mad that one lady didn't let them in.
Call of Duty one? They're making a Call of Duty board game.
I want a movie.
And there's still nothing about this movie.
John Boyega talked about it in May. Talking about they're still developing the story and the script, and it's not like a complete thing, but that him and the director have talked about it, and that they're still trying to tackle a story. They want to put out the best, so it's still something that could happen. So,
man, Attack the Block, what a movie, man!
What a film! I'm still mad at that lady, but what a film! She made a lot of bad choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Minecraft the movie. Can't wait. Can't wait. And I want it to be about a cow.
Moo.
Moo, moo, I'm a cow. I said moo, moo, I'm a cow. All right, any other topics, or are we going to end this one so Genesis can recover?
Kill me.
Great. Next week, probably going to be around the same type of episode. We might have more topics. Kevin might have a little game for us, maybe. We don't want to rush him.
Next week? No.
What?
Next week's predictions.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, Kevin, how many times do I have to tell you about this?
Oh shit! No. Oh yeah, there is a whole nother week.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
There
you're
is a whole
good.
nother week. My
Next
bad. My
week's
bad.
Next
the
My bad.
week's actually
28th.
game scores.
Next week we
Okay.
got a
Next week, maybe
next week
maybe
game
some
scores,
game. Um.
and then
Let me do a little teaser, a little trailer for y'all.
and then the week
It's only
after.
words though. There's no video.
The week after, there's it's our game awards prediction. Destinoda, you gonna be there to watch it?
Uh-huh.
Wow, this man's half asleep. That was a half asleep. If I ever heard one. It's the 7th. Is that when the fucking Game Awards is?
What time is it again?
7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. December 7th. That's what it is.
And what day is December 7th?
A Thursday.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool. We're all gonna be there. Cathodes might not be there, depending on child. So
He'll be dead from having a child. Don't worry about it.
not worried about it. I don't think he's having a child. I think his wife is.
All right.
Kevin, what's
Should I do a trailer?
I guess.
A sneaky peeky.
Sure. Don't call it
Guys,
that.
I'm
though.
working on. All right. I'm working on a Jeopardy round, so Adam can finally play, and I'll host one. Possible categories. Pretty much all these are final except for one. So we'll start with the one that's not necessarily final because I got to test some audio quality things. It's video game soundtracks. I don't know how that's going to play over my headset. We're going to figure it out. Don't you worry. And if I don't, I'll come up with something else. Kevin's top picks in all genres. Systems and their creators. Mods turned full games. What happens when you... It's going to be a category about secret things in games. And real life.
Whoa!
Because we have to have that category.
Can't wait. I'm very excited.
I'm real excited for the what happens when you category.
I think we all had fun with your last game last week.
Everybody hated it. Don't lie to me.
And what? No, Destinodo
What?
even said it was so good.
Okay.
Yeah, see, he just came from the thought of it.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Genesis liked it too.
Oh.
I always like.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
He's always liked. It's always liked. So, very exciting. So maybe next week, but no rush, no rush. We got to do game scores. Definitely not the week after, if anything.
Yeah. It'll definitely be by
Before the end of the year.
December. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
Easily.
before the end of the year.
I already have
Alright.
a lot of question ideas, so.
Yeah.
Adam, one of these days, gotta test some methods of playing music over my headset.
Kevin, I'm on almost every night, so
I know.
let me know. And if I don't hop on, start a party, I might.
Alright. Deal.
I usually get off around noon, though. Or midnight, not noon. What the fuck?
Yeah, midnight, I know. Yeah.
I'm off Thursday because of Thanksgiving, so tomorrow night I'll be
So am
on
I.
late.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right,
Solid,
well,
what you do.
I'm gonna wrap this show up. Genesis, I'll take us home because your voice. Thank you everybody for watching Crafting a Chat.
Who started the car?
Thank you everybody for watching Crafting a Chat, episode 171. Remember to give us a follow or a subscribe on Twitch at Crafting a Chat or on YouTube at Starting Too Late. That's TOO. We're live every Tuesday starting at 10:30 Eastern Time, just talking about some shit. Everybody get excited for the Game Awards, get excited for Kevin's Jeopardy, get excited for maybe rumors are coming back next week or sometime, I don't know. Maybe Destinodo has a topic. He's surprised us 3 times before, so come on back, you know? Good stuff here. We hope Genesis gets better, and we hope Ubisoft fails as a company and burns to the ground. But not really. But really, you know what I mean. Not in a threatening way.
Well,
Bye.